know what time it is. It's your boy DJ RichieSkye back with some tea, interviews, recaps, and more. And be sure to check the links in the description of this video for trips, for books, one-on-one sessions, and more. Now let's get into the tea. Y'all, the aftermath of this past week's episodes of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, as well as the Married to Medicine reunion part 2, are still making waves, okay? Still making waves. We got a couple of things to cover today. First things first, let's get into Dr. Contessa and what she has to say after Dr. Heavenly made the jab about her breasts on the reunion. Here's what Dr. Contessa had to say.
Sent a quick little message to you guys to tell you I don't have any breast. I know people have said so many crazy things, but for anyone who's had what I had, which was a bilateral mastectomy, I've had all of my breast tissue removed. And so what you see beneath my skin is implants. And I'll tell you, I'll take implants upside, downside, turn in, out. I don't care if they are asymmetrical, but I take that over breast cancer any day of the week because I want to be here to raise my children. But if someone would like to insult what they see, feel free. Argue amongst yourself, low-hanging fruit. I understand it. But just understand that, use the right term. It's just cleavage. That's what you're looking at because I don't have any breast tissue anymore. It was removed. God bless you.
Okay, so if you're wondering about the comment in question.
Yes, human. He seemed like a miserable person to be with. I hope he has some joy. Your titties way over here. Please don't talk about me when you got botched surgery.
All right, that was the comment in question. You know, is it tit for tat? I mean, tit for tit. I don't really know. Y'all let me know in the comment section down below. How do you feel about it? How did you feel when you saw it? Did it make you feel anything at all? Dr. Heavenly has a bit of an update, and we have to talk in between this because this is likely either on her YouTube channel or on her Patreon. And I just want to be respectful to the fact that this is also her content as well. So let's take a look.
Contessa kept throwing shots at me. Contessa kept saying stuff about my dress. She kept saying stuff about different things. So I heard them over there, but I couldn't hear them. But
okay, so she's saying that it sounds like Dr. Contessa and maybe Sweet Tea were over there making comments about her dress, which is odd to me because I felt like Dr. Heavenly's dress looked really good. It wasn't my favorite. There's another reunion where she wore a similar color that was probably in my mind. It popped more, but this, I mean, I felt like she looked good.
One thing I did hear them say, because they snickling over there and they talking under their breath and shit, okay? That's a Phaedra move. They got it from her.
I feel like y'all all do that to a certain degree at the reunion. That's just me, but I feel like everybody was doing that.
Talking under their breath. But I did hear Contessa call me Professor Clump or Best Fuchsia or some shit. What's
I think she's talking about the Rasputia of it all, which is odd to me that they would be talking about, that they would call her that. But I mean, listen, we didn't hear it. Maybe she heard it. I don't know.
Professor Crump's name, I think it was Rasputia or some shit. She kept saying some shit about me or whatever. And she was over there, they was cackling her.
All right. She also goes on to clarify that she says, according to her, that Dr. Contessa has never actually had breast cancer and that it was more of a preventative measure. So it wasn't like she did something or she said something about someone who had breast cancer. This was something that Dr. Contessa opted to do. But I'm assuming she opted to do it as a preventative measure so that it would lessen the likelihood that it would happen to her. Anyway, what do you guys think? Let us know in the comment section down below. All right, let's talk about what about your friends? Will they stand their ground? Will they let you down again? am sure Shamea is asking herself right at this very moment, right now, she might want to do a remake of What About Your Friends for her new album and dedicate it to Porsha. I'm being shady. I mean, I have to wonder if Porsha really just probably felt like, why she got to come over here on my thing? I mean, I feel like that's real talk. Like that's like if we want to be real, but unpleasantly real, right? I can see that being a human nature style thought, right? Ugh, I can't ever have nothing to myself. Okay. They want to film with my baby daddy. Now my BFF want to come on the show and take over and show her fabulous life when mine is falling apart. Oh, why? Okay. I wonder if that's the case. I really don't know. I mean, it could be if you just, I mean, let's just have a real conversation about that, right? I wonder if that's just how she feels. But to when Shamea is playing her song in this week's episode, and we talked about this in our recap, it just didn't really seem real friendly. Like that Porsha would be like, girl, that's Drew. That's Drew singing. That ain't you. That's Drew. That's Drew. That's Drew. That's Drew. Like, girl, how many times you gonna say it? I mean, for real, like how many times you gonna say that's Drew? How many times? How many times? And why? Why are you saying it to my face? If I'm playing you my song, why would I be playing Drew's song? Why? Make that make sense. So in Shamea's latest upload on her YouTube channel, all right, she talks about being hurt by Porsha. Not only hurt by Porsha, but hurt by Porsha's mom for calling her a dog that would carry the bone when she has known her pretty much all her life. And even Shamea's mom was disappointed in hearing Miss Diane say that, because Shamea's mom makes an appearance at the end and she was preaching some words. But you know, she talked about being disappointed and how she would never say those types of things about Porsha. So that's just odd to hear Miss Diane say those things. And it's crazy to me. I've read so many comments, not a lot, but a few, about people talking about it's the bloggers making them beef with each other. And I'm like, after y'all watch that episode, y'all still think it's the people, it's the internet making them beef? I don't think so. Okay. After watching last week's episode, and then I mean the second episode, this episode, like, I mean, come on. Like, I don't know what you want us to do other than react to these types of things, but we'll just listen to a little bit of what Shamea has to say. Shout out to the Neighborhood Talk, and also shout out to the Jasmine brand for the last story.
And I play my music for everybody.
Is this you? No, that's not her. That's Drew.
Come on now.
People are talking over it, not respecting my music.
That's me. I don't know your singing voice.
You gotta listen.
That was hurtful.
You know that ain't Shamea voice.
Especially seeing as though Portia's a good friend of mine. And I would have thought.
Is she? Is she? Again, I mean, I think that there could be something to my theory about what Porsha may be feeling. I don't think that that justifies doing to Shamea what she's currently doing to her. But, you know, it's unfortunate because I feel like sometimes these shows, and it also depends on what type of person you are. I mean, I don't think that Shamea would have received this type of reception from Kandi. But I think that they're two different types of friends. I just do. And sometimes when you, and sometimes, you know, there is a little bit of an undercurrent of a rivalry that happens with longtime friends in these types of situations if you are not a secure person. So who knows what is really percolating beneath the surface with this friendship? I really don't know. Let us know in the chat what you guys think. And for our final story, y'all, I, in general, try to steer clear of Wendy Williams news, just because I just feel like it's a situation that is so just difficult for me to understand. But I did want to give you guys this bit of intel. So Wendy Williams fans are planning to protest in the streets after it's been revealed that she's being held in the same memory care facility under court-ordered guardianship, despite reports saying that she was removed. All right. So this is a Free Wendy protest. And she apparently had a psych evaluation done last month, and it was reported that she passed with flying colors. So the fans are organizing peaceful rallies at 10 a.m. in New York. So that would be happening, I'm assuming, is that today? Yeah, that's today. So it's happening right now, as well as in Hudson Yards and at the Hollywood Walk of Fame. All right. So, and this is at Wendy Star. So you can potentially join in on one of these protests. They're happening right now as we speak. It's unfortunate this is still happening in this day and age, but you know, I don't know what else to do other than spread the word, and that's just really what I intended to do today. Again, it's hard to talk about because it's like, how can you keep someone how can you keep someone away from their family like that? That's just crazy to me. It's absolutely insane, especially as each party is getting older and we don't know what her situation is health-wise, where it's going, but you would think that it would be more beneficial and advantageous that she be around her family, because oftentimes being around people that love you is what can help you get better and better and better and better and better and better. And also, as she also has aging relatives, it would also make more sense that she's able to be there because that will be time that she can never get back. And if you've ever lost a loved one, then you know what that is. So to me, that is why this is so challenging to me, because there are so many of us who would give anything to have one more day with the person that we lost or the person that we love who is no longer physically here, right? So I just wanted to say that today, spread the word, just get the word out, even if it's beyond past the time of this particular protest. Maybe there will be more if nothing is done. And then we will just have to stay on top of this situation like we have to do with so many others right now, right? So anyway, I wanted to bring that to you guys. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Hit that notification bell button. I'm so happy I got my mic back, y'all. It is so much easier. If you don't have a mic and you are on YouTube, right? I will tell you this mic right here, it was relatively inexpensive. It was maybe like 30 bucks, I think. So you can find them easily on bestbuy.com. If you still shop on Amazon, you can find them on there. And if I ever set up an Amazon store, this will be definitely on it. So super easy to set up, but it definitely helps you in terms of, as someone who speaks to people every day, it helps you not to strain the vocal cords because you kind of know that you have something here that will help project, but also sound crystal clear. At least I hope it's crystal clear. All right. Make sure you guys keep it locked into the channel, and I will catch you in the next video.